We are 1 week. Well, no, not 1 week. We're about 5 days away from Forbidden Door 2024.
Yeah. Yep.
We're going to make our predictions. Jacob Fatu makes his debut. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I'm your host, Comic Book Bob. Joined as always by my good friend, Hollywood Frank.
HW, baby. Let's go.
Yo, we can catch us here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, talking about all the news in wrestling. You can also follow us on social media, crawling below. It's also in the description. Go ahead and follow us there. And, here we go. Morale. Wait, what the heck? Hang on a minute. Is it morale lower than last week's ratings? Oh my God. What I swear to God, what is it with you people? But
nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
why are you showing a picture of Liv Morgan with that?
She's just like spitting on the thing, you know.
Oh my God.
Hey, come on, man. She was acting like the Raw GM last night.
I swear. It was
making matches and doing whatever she wanted to do last night.
It was an interesting show for sure. But real quick before we get into it, let's go ahead and check in with everybody that's watching. Big Daddy's first said, "Hey yo, hope you are well, Bob, Hollywood, and here's Johnny." Appreciate that, Big Daddy.
Hey yo.
Guys, and as always, guys, I think go check out Big Daddy's channel over on Guardian of Chaos. Lots of cool retro stuff and insights on today's wrestling. Leg Kick says, "Hail the Wrestling Council." Oh, I lost my mic for a second there.
Uh-oh.
What's up, Leg Kick? Appreciate you being here, man. Leg Kick, a lot to talk about. Wrestling was exciting this week. There was a lot going on, man. The OTS Tribal Queen. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, Big Daddy brought me here. Yeah, you and me were talking when we were talking back and forth on Big Daddy stream, talking about the state of wrestling today. But appreciate you being here. And Leg Kick, I'm sure Malicito will be showing up at some point. Hopefully he'll be driving safely.
Yeah. Be careful, brother.
Good Lord, man. Every time he just comes in with a story about how something terrible that's happened on his way home from work. So, but yeah, everybody that's driving, everyone's traveling, be safe, guys. But it was good. It was an interesting week, man. Did you guys watch did you guys watch Raw?
I did.
Yeah.
I said Liv Morgan was not Liv Morgan. Yeah, Liv Morgan was the Raw GM.
Yep. But yeah, Raw was interesting. Dynamite wasn't bad. Yeah, it was an interesting week in wrestling. Unfortunately, there was always some good news and bad news, which brings us to our favorite segment, a little something we like to call the good, the bad, and the ugly. This week, I'm starting it off, and for me, the good this week, man, Jacob Fatu making a serious impact, making his finally making his WWE debut. He's been signed for about 2 months now.
Yeah,
they've just been sitting back waiting. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Jacob Fatu is the most talented member of that entire family right now. Been following him since his days in MLW. That's the guy. You know, if you're asking me personally, I would have had him be in position that Solo Sikoa is in right now. Solo was more established in WWE though, so it makes a little more sense. But really looking forward to. really looking forward to him doing some big things. And Gunther finally getting that push that we've been talking about. He elevated the Intercontinental title. He did pretty much everything he possibly could with that belt. And it's good to see him finally being put into the world title rotation. And in my personal opinion, like we were talking about it before, man, I think he's the best heel worker today. He's a throwback. He's an old school. He's an old style wrestler, and the dude is awesome. He checks every friggin' box. So really, and I'm just liking the way that they're pushing him. So that was good. OTS Trouble says, I like the way they brought him in. Most were assuming he'd be debuting with Roman. I thought that was what was going to happen too. I thought it was going to be Hikuleo who would join his brothers, Tama Tonga Tongaloa, and that would be the 4 versus the 4 of Roman, the Usos, and Jacob Fatu. That's what I thought was going to happen. I ain't mad at it though, man, because like I said, he came in and he made an impact.
He did.
So I dig it, man. The bad. You guys, oh God, Ultimo Guerrero's mask in his match against Kazuchika Okada. Woo boy.
So it happens when you tell a guy to put a mask on and he doesn't have one with him.
And he hasn't had a mask since what, 2014? It's like because he lost it in a match in Mexico. Like because that's the way it works. And like when you lose that match, you stop wearing the mask. You stop wearing for good. And apparently Tony Khan didn't realize that, and he was like freaking out because it was the mask was supposed to play a big part in the match, and
it did.
Unfortunately, I mean, it wasn't a bad match, but it was very clear that there were certain spots that they just couldn't do, and it sucks. It's it is what it is, but it's one of those things where it's just kind of like, oh my God, what did you do? But that's my bad. And then the ugly, obviously, people are already talking about it in chat. Sika Anoa'i, father of Roman Reigns and one half of the Wild Samoans, dies at the age of 79. It's very sad. But he got to see his son, really achieve something in WWE, and it's like I remember watching the Wild Samoans. I mean, just following the Anoa'i family for years, man, with the Samoan SWAT team, and then Rikishi, and then today, and it's unfortunate. But like I said, he got to see his son really achieve something great. So, but that's my GBU. Frank, what do you got?
Let's see. Let's first start off. This guy over here, I already said it to him. This big guy's birthday the other day. So happy belated birthday to Mr. Comic Book Bob.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it was a good birthday, man. It was nice and low key and just had some family. So
yeah. And today's the 25th of June, which means halfway to Christmas. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But anyways, getting on to the good, the bad, the ugly. The good. Yeah. There you go. So you getting shout outs there, brother.
Yep. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Yeah, welcome, Miss Aaron.
I liked it. I thought it was a pretty good match. I mean, I know because of the deal, I believe, with CMLL, Roosh can't wrestle at Forbidden Door versus MJF. So, hey, it's a curtain jerker on Dynamite. I enjoyed the first match back for Max.
MJF. Yeah, it was a really good match. I would have liked if there had been a little more build up,
Yeah.
but Roosh is a great wrestler, man.
Yeah.
And it sucks that they couldn't do it on Forbidden Door. So,
Yeah.
but
and just and following that up with Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland in the ring,
yeah,
that was good. Who knows? I don't know if Ospreay is going to be 2 belts.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Who knows? But the MJF and Roosh was good. Good way to start Dynamite. I mean, I know they've been a little bit down the ratings last week. I thought it was a good way to start the show off. I actually thought Dynamite wasn't bad overall. So that's my good. My bad. I don't like the build-up that WWE is doing for Money in the Bank. Like, it comes out of nowhere that Braun Breaker is in a Intercontinental title match versus Sami Zayn. It just set that up. Like, he just asked for it and gets it. Like, I was hoping for a little bit more build-up with Braun Breaker before they start throwing him into title matches.
Well, I don't know. I don't mind it so much.
I don't, but I think he's got unfinished business with Sheamus and the one dude from Imperium. His name escapes me right now. He wrestled him yesterday.
Oh, Ludwig Kaiser?
Yeah. So I just think there's unfinished business with those two guys, which could interfere with the Intercontinental title. Like, I think if you're going to put Braun Breaker in a match, he should win. A title match, he should win. I don't think he's going to win over Sami Zayn. I just don't see that happening personally. Maybe it does. I don't know. But I just think there's really not a whole lot of build-up with something like that. I think, it's a week and a half away. But to me, it seems a little rushed.
Well, and I also think, and there's way too many triple threat matches, and like I said, I always feel like, and I'm not going to say it's not going to be a bad match because the people involved in it are great,
right?
But I feel like matches like that are better, especially when a title's involved. They're better when it's 1-on-1. But we'll see. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm like, I really want to see Braun Breaker just go in there and kill everybody. So, that guy's a freaking star, man. He's a star in the making. So
he is. But again, if you're gonna put him in, do you think he's gonna beat Sami Zayn?
I think it's very possible. I think more likely it's gonna be. He's about to win and then gets kind of screwed over or something, because we know how WWE, especially Hunter, they like pushing things down the road. So my prediction is that he's probably not going to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. But I think they're setting him up for his first real big feud with him and Sheamus.
Right. And I would have rather, if they're going to take the title off of Sami Zayn, I would have rather have seen it given to Chad Gable than Braun Breaker right now.
And that's why I don't think he's going to win. I think SummerSlam, it's going to be Chad versus Sammy. And I think Gable's going to win there. So
yeah. And my ugly is sorry, Liv. Sorry, Johnny, but this whole thing with Liv Morgan and Judgment Day, it's like
it's getting a little old.
It is getting old. Like, is Liv with Finn Balor? Is Liv? No. Who knows? And then I would have liked to have seen a longer title run with Miz and R-Truth.
You know what though? Because of the fact that they, whenever you have a comedy team like that, which is what they are. And don't get me wrong, man. Ron Killings is
Right.
got an amazing sense of humor. It just doesn't have it doesn't have a lot of leg.
Yeah, and you turned it into a one-man booth last night because you took Miz from commentary to go chase after Adam Pearce. So now you left Michael Cole by himself.
I don't know why they didn't bring in somebody from NXT. You know, why didn't they bring in one of the announcers from that? Why didn't they, just get a guest announcer for the night or something?
You need somebody to bounce stuff off of. To have a one-man booth, it'd be like running a wrestling council with one.
It doesn't work very well.
It's okay, but it's got to be a short wrestling council.
Yeah,
there's nothing to bounce anything off of. So having Michael Cole by himself, it's like, yeah, I agree. Tribal Queen, having Michael Cole by himself is insufferable.
Oh yeah, it's and here's the thing, man. I've been very critical of Michael Cole in the past and everything. He does a good enough job, but he really does need that person there, like a Pat McAfee, to really bring some energy to the whole thing. And I don't know. I don't know why they didn't bring in somebody. I don't know why. I don't know. But
you could have brought Corey Graves or somebody from SmackDown over there.
Dude, I would have settled for just about. Dude, I would have settled for freaking Booker T.
Yeah,
somebody, anybody. But especially when you're gonna have that guy involved in an angle later where he's not gonna be there. Or Gorilla can carry Solo, or yeah. There's not a whole lot of people that can carry a show by themselves.
No, there's not.
And Cole isn't one of them. So I get what you're saying, man. Johnny, what do you got?
How much? Just complaining as usual. How
hear
much money are they paying Okada for him to call someone a bitch once a week?
From what I understand, at least $2 million a year.
Yeah, that's a waste, in my opinion, of the money that guy's talents.
Honestly, dude, I think when they signed Okada, they basically were like, "What do you want to do?" And he's just like, "I just want to do whatever I want," and that's basically what they're doing right now. He hasn't had any major feuds or anything like that. I'm really hoping very, very soon that they get out of that. They're kind of doing this. They're kind of doing the same thing with him that they did with Mercedes Moné when she first showed up. For the first couple of months, is like nothing.
Yep.
And I'll be honest with you, man. I think right now the whole thing with the Elite, they're treading water until Omega comes back. And that's not a good idea. I think they need to start having some, especially Okada. There's 2 or 3 guys in AEW right now he's got history with that he could have a great feud with. And I don't know why they're not doing that. I love Okada's heel persona. I love the whole Playboy heel persona. I think that's great. But the guy's a wrestler, man. Put him in some great matches and let him just go. And I know, like I said, we're going to talk about it because I think Forbidden Door is kind of the launching pad for a lot of things going forward. And we're going to get a lot of like the things that we're talking about. So I don't want to bury the lead on that. But and I'll be honest with you, man. Right now, the whole Elite thing, the new Elite is not working for me. So
Larry's more over than them. Larry the dog.
What's that? Oh, Larry.
Larry the dog is more over than them.
It's a dog. Larry's always going to be over.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. OTS Tribal Queen said, good as being 45 today, bad as anything AEW. This is what I'm going to look like at 85. I don't think any of us are going to look good at 85. So,
well,
Matt
Hardy seems to like the Elite, the Young Bucks.
Well, I mean, they're friends. They've always been friends. So, I actually had a little bit of he actually answered a tweet that I put out because the 2 things that he went on a couple shows and he was talking about like what was great about AEW when he was there and then what he didn't like about how things ended. And it's unfortunate because I think everybody wanted to see him and Jeff have one last run as tag champs, and I think that's going to happen in TNA. But they wanted it to happen in AEW, but unfortunately, Jeff kind of self-sabotaged again.
Yep.
Among other things. So, but like I said, I'm nothing but success for those guys. Because I think they're winding down. So, but okay. So this weekend we've got Forbidden Door. You guys know me. I'm a big New Japan guy. I'm excited for this. New Japan has struggled for a while, for the last couple of years, and understandably so, because they don't really have any megastars right now.
Lost quite a bit of talent.
Since AEW's inception, they've lost pretty much all their top guys. They lost Omega, they lost Hangman, they lost Cody,
Jay White.
They lost Jay White, they lost Okada, they lost Ospreay. And the big thing that really hurt them, I think, is when other contracts came up, nobody signed with them. They signed with everybody else. You had people like Nick Nemeth and whatnot. He could have been something that could have helped them out. He signed with TNA. Everybody signs with AEW or they lost a lot of their secondary guys too to WWE. They've lost they lost the GOD. They've lost a bunch of people. So, and I think that's the main reason why Moxley is their world champion right now, because they need a big name. And they've got some guys coming up. They got some young guys coming up. They got guys like Gabe Kidd, Yota Tsuji. But it's going to be a couple years before those guys, get to where they want them to be. And I think that's why they're leaning really heavily into this Forbidden Door. So I think this Forbidden Door is going to be kind of different from the ones in the past. I think there's going to be a lot less back and forth. And I think it's going to be very heavily in AEW's favor. But and I'm looking at this lineup, man. There's a lot. This is going to be a long pay-per-view, man, because we know that there's going to be at least 2 more matches that they add.
Come on, you're talking at least. It's AEW pay-per-view. It's
going to be 4 hours at least.
Oh, no, 4, 6.
Well, I'm just talking about the main show. I'm not talking about the friggin' 0 hour that they're going to do, because
even without the 0 hour,
oh my God.
What time is it starting? Like 7?
Yeah,
ain't gonna be over till 1 o'clock in the morning.
It's going to be a 4.5 hour show. It's going to be a long show. Because like I said, there's 8 matches announced already, and there's going to be at least another 2 that they're going to throw on there, and not including the stuff for.
Hey, Tribal Queen says 15 match.
Yeah, and I tell you what, man, and like a lot of people are crapping on WWE for talking about going to 2 nights for their main shows for their big 4. Dude, I'd rather they went deal. Yeah, I'd rather they go 2 nights and it's a 3-hour show and it's a more digestible than a 5-6 hour show, man, because that's a lot to sit through.
Yeah, they're talking about. They already said that SummerSlam in 26 is going to be 2 days.
Yeah,
there's talk it could possibly next year start a year early instead of 26 in Minnesota. It could be 2025, and when they have this 2-hour SummerSlam.
Yeah, and
2 day SummerSlam. I mean.
Yeah, I didn't know it, and that was my first reaction to Big Daddy. It was like, man, everything's gonna go 2 nights, but then I'm thinking about like weighing. It's like 2 nights, a 3-hour show for 2 nights, or a 6-hour show of 1 night. Man, those 6 hours, those 6-hour shows are rough, man. Yeah, exactly. Give me 5 bouts over 2 days. I mean, give me 5 bouts a day, 10 matches over 2 days, and that'll be about perfect. So,
no,
I get it, but
I think Big Daddy wants 5 to 7 bouts max in 1 day and have it only be 1 night.
Well, and that'd be the preference, That would be that to me. That's the perfect size for a pay-per-view. It's like between 5 and 7 matches, 3.5 hours. But the way wrestling's done today, it's changed so much. Now it's all about content, and it's all about content. It's all about stream. Yeah, it's all about that. And they want those advertising dollars. They want those streaming hours. They want those content hours. So I think unfortunately that's the route that they're going to go. Audiences can hold much longer than two major sports shows have been curbing this for years. Yeah. But I just, man, 7 hours is ridiculous. You can't do that.
Yeah, Tribal Queen.
When you see Chris Jericho on the card, you can cut at least one match, like that's his. It's already gonna be small.
It's funny you say that because the first match up.
Oh, God damn it.
The Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and Brian Keith versus Samoa Joe, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata.
Yeah, timeout. Yeah. Tribal Queen. That I'm not a big fan of the pitch clock in baseball. Let them play. I mean, no, because now they're talking about automated umpires coming soon. So
automated umpires?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They're already testing it in the minor leagues right now.
Jeez, dude, they're trying to turn it into a video game.
Pretty much.
Jeez.
But yeah, I'm not a big fan of pitch clocks and stuff like that. I like to enjoy the game.
Speaking of which, when are you going to start your baseball stream, dude? Your
baseball season's halfway over.
So, dude, Boogie talks about the holes all year round, man.
Yeah, all right. You and I will talk about getting that going. Yeah. I know you're not a baseball fan,
I'm not
but
the biggest baseball
you can help me get everything set up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. And I know Big Daddy's a big baseball fan too. So there you go. I don't really have any high hopes. I mean, here's the thing. I love Samoa Joe. I love Katsuyori Shibata. I think they missed a golden opportunity to turn Brian Keith into a legitimate bounty hunter, like taking contracts out on other wrestlers for other factions, And I know that some people really like this Learning Tree thing with Chris Jericho, man. It grates on me.
Nope.
I'm not a fan. Mets versus Yankees right now. But yeah, and this to me is just filler. It sucks too because I think Big Bill, even though I don't like the name, I think that guy's like a legit talent for a big guy. You could do so much with that guy. And he's just playing second fiddle. So, but I mean, it'll probably be entertaining to a certain extent. I do like that they hook up with Samoa Joe, so that now it's more of a mentorship thing. So, because like I said, when Hook was legit taking out guys like Joe, or taking them to, I was like, no, dude, he's what, like 175 pounds, 180 pounds. Joe should kill him. But it'll probably end up being an okay match. To me, it's just like, this is just a way to get Jericho on TV, onto the show. So I think, unfortunately, because in matches like this, Jericho doesn't lose very often. I think he's going to win. I think it sucks. I think it should be Joe and Shibata and Hook. But I think Jericho's going to win this. What do you think?
It should be Samoa Joe and crew. But yeah, he doesn't lose often, and which he should be. He should be putting guys over, not
at this point
having guys put him over. So I would lean to Jericho winning.
Yeah. Johnny, you want to weigh in on that one, or do you give a crap?
I think I don't give a crap, but I think Hook's gonna win just so they can justify another FTW title match.
I hope so, man. I want to see the young guys win, and I just, like I said, I'm not a fan of that gimmick, man. But so Owen Hart Cup tournament. Bryan Danielson versus Shingo Takagi. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm a big fan. I mean, a lot of people don't know who Shingo Takagi is. He's awesome. He's a great wrestler. He's kind of cut from that same mold as guys like Tomohiro Ishii. He's a hard hitting guy, and Bryan Danielson don't miss. So the buildup could have been a little bit better, I think. But as far as the match goes, I think this is going to be a great match, and potential to steal the show. Actually, I got Danielson winning this. Obviously, the whole Owen Hart Cup tournament. I think there's a lot of things that could have done with that. Could have done with the Owen Hart tournament this year, especially with even though I know a lot of people don't like Natalya. She's actually one of the people that taught most of the wrestlers over there for a long time. I think her showing up at the Owen would have been a big deal. Would have been a nice nod to them, to the Hart family. But as far as this match is concerned, yeah, I think Danielson wins this.
I agree.
And it'll be a great match because both of them are good. So
I think if New Japan has a chance of winning any match this time around, it's this one.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Bryan Danielson's doing what Jericho should be doing. He's all about, he'll go out there, he'll have a crazy match, but he'll give it up to the younger guy. He'll give it up to those guys. I mean, look at that match that he had with Zack Sabre Jr. That match was amazing, and he put Zack over as he should. And Zack's awesome. I'd like to see that. And you know what? I just have a feeling because it's an Owen Hart Cup tournament match. I think Bryan Danielson's going to win this. But I wouldn't be mad if Shingo won it because I love Shingo, dude. That's one of my favorite guys in New Japan. So, but it's going to be a wrestling clinic. That's what this match is going to be. It's going to be a wrestling clinic. And I'm excited for that. That's one of the matches I'm most excited for. But yeah, I got Danielson, and this should be good. All right, so this is the one that's got a lot of people talking, and mostly negatively. MJF versus Hechicero. Look, MJF's over. I wish he was not doing the tweener thing. I wish he was a full-on heel because we were talking about Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's natural state is a heel. Okay. They did that now. They made him a face for a while where he was doing that 1, 2, 3, which I thought was stupid. But now that he's in full heel mode, him and Punk over in WWE, that's the best thing going in over there right now. Is Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. Their rivalry is awesome.
Yeah, Punk's just got to stay healthy.
Yeah, and so far it's been great, man. MJF, when he's a heel, he's one of the 3 best heels in the business, I think. The tweener thing, I get it. I just don't like it. Like I said, I think his natural state is a heel. And I know that this match, what they were really hoping for, they were hoping that this was going to be him versus Roosh. Unfortunately, we had the situation where Roosh just couldn't be on Forbidden Door. So that's why that whole thing went down. JR is in the emergency room. He can't breathe. What?
Yeah, he's having difficulty breathing.
Well, that's unfortunate. We have to keep on top of that. That's not good. Yeah, and the booking, I think, is he came back and the person that they want, and this is one of the things that Tony Khan does that I don't like. He kicks stuff down the road. He starts the build up for something before he's sure that the talent are ready to go. And even though they swear up and down that that's not what happened with Mercedes Moné, I think that's what happened with Mercedes. I think I don't think she was ready. when they debuted her, and that's why it took so long for her to get in the ring. I think when Max came back, they were hoping that Adam Cole was going to be ready to go, and he wasn't quite ready yet. And he's not going to be ready for about another month or so. So they're just kind of in a holding pattern right now, because that's the match that everybody wants to see. Now here's the thing: the match between Max and Hechicero it'll be a good match. The buildup was terrible. The buildup was the worst, in fact. And again, like you, I'm glad that Max is back. I'm glad that they're going to be doing stuff with him. But right now, it just feels like they're in a holding pattern with him, and that's not good. So it's gonna be the same thing that happened with Mercedes Moné.
I kid you not, I just had to kill a snake.
Johnny's out here living in the jungle, man.
Never a dull moment.
Oh my God. Is it what happened? Oh, flash flood came and it took my sister, so I had to go save her. Yeah.
Where are we?
See, that's what I think they should have done. I think Max should have come back and he should have gone after Joe. That's what they should have done. But and like I said, or like I said, the whole thing with Brian Keith. If they had done the bounty hunter gimmick thing, they could have done something where Joe hired him to go after Max. Something like that. There's a dozen things they could have done that would have been 10 times better than this. And that's preach. My God, Tribal Queen, preach. When I found out that Hammerstone and Holiday, their contracts were about up, and this whole thing going on with Max and Adam Cole, even though I know AEW has a bloated roster, man, I was praying, please bring these guys back, bring back and put them into a faction with Max and let's let them kill everybody. But, we're not the bookers. So, but like I said, I think this is ultimately just going to be, I don't know if they're going to try to do something where someone comes in, where somebody comes in after this match, and then that's what they're going to build Max up forward towards the future or whatever. They gotta do something with this guy at All In. They gotta do something for him at All In. Hopefully it's going to be him and Cole, but they got to do something of substance with him. So yes, reunite the dynasty for God's sake. But as far as this match is concerned, it'll be a good match, but it's a nothing match. It's another filler match. So I got Max winning it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't think this does anything for either guy.
It doesn't.
Now this is going to be a good match, but in no way, shape, or form should Orange Cassidy win. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Orange Cassidy. Look, when you and me went to Forbidden Door, what was the match that stole the show?
Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy and Ospreay.
Yeah.
That match stole the show. They said, I believe Max is worried about being overshadowed. I think Max wanted. I think that's part of it. I think Max wanted to get back into the swing of things as quickly as possible. I just don't like the quality of the opponents that they're giving him, and I don't like the way that they're booking it. Cole got buried. Cole is way overrated. I don't know if Cole's overrated. I think Cole has a niche that he fits into. But I also don't think that he's interesting enough an interesting enough performer and an interesting enough talent to take a match, to take a feud like this and drag it through this long injury angle that they were doing it. And I hated the stupid thing they were doing with the game. Adam!
Oh my
God, I hated that. It was awful. And I know there were other people going, it's the best thing ever. And I'm like, you guys are out of your mind, man.
No. Nope.
Yeah. But this match is another match that I'm actually excited for because I love Zack Sabre Jr., man. He is, in my opinion, he's the best technical wrestler in this current era. Cassidy he's able to put on a good show. At no point should he win this match, though.
No.
Um,
I'm done with pockets. Sorry.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like there's no reason why Orange Cassidy should be beating guys 3 times his size. When they brought him in, it's actually what Trent said, man. Like he was actually kind of shooting from the hip. When they brought them in, he was their mascot. You know, he got over with the kids, which was great. You know, he with a gimmick like his, he doesn't have to win to be popular. And then for some reason, they just started putting gold on him, and I just don't care for it. So I got Zack Sabre winning this one. What do you think?
He better.
Yeah, he better, man. I'm gonna be pissed if he doesn't.
There's no reason for Orange Cassidy to win this match.
Yeah, Johnny is bigger than Adam Cole. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I actually do like I like Adam Cole. I like him as a character. I think he's a serviceable enough guy in the ring. I just don't think he's got enough stroke to take a feud like what was going on with him and Max. I don't think he's got enough stroke to pull that off, especially not when you got 6 months in between for an injury. So, this is another good match. Another good match that's coming up, and this is the first of the big title matches. IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley versus Tetsuya Naito. For people who don't know Tetsuya Naito very well, he's really good. He's actually very, very good in the ring. And he's getting up there. I think Naito's in his 40s now. Yeah, he's 42. But he's another really great character. He's part of the Los Ingobernables faction in Japan. And he puts on great matches. Moxley, whether you love him or you hate him, he's a big name. He does that kind of smash mouth wrestling that a lot of people like. Although I think he needs to lay off the skewers on the top of the head and blading every 5 seconds. But him versus Naito should be really, really good, really, really good. And like I said, one of the things we're talking about is the fact that a lot of people were upset that he became the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion and that he was bringing the belt over here and he was defending it on AEW television. Well, to be fair, Big Daddy, there's a lot of guys in wrestling that are faux tough guys. So, but I understand why they put the belt on him because he is a big name. And right now they're struggling. They don't have any right now they got to crop of young talent, but they don't have any real big stars.
Yep.
And they're trying to get their brand out there. One of the markets that New Japan is trying to expand into is the United States. So, yeah, that's true. That is true. And CM Punk also got the shit kicked out of him really quick. And yeah, whenever, who was it? I think Batista did an MMA match. He actually won his, but it wasn't great. But yeah, anytime one of these guys, unless you're someone like Brock or my brain just took a crap.
Matt Riddle?
Well, Riddle was an MMA fighter before he became a wrestler.
Ken Shamrock?
Well, Shamrock was a legit fighter before he became a wrestler too.
Yep.
No, Punk wasn't in an amateur bout, but he got friggin' owned in his UFC match. Bobby Lashley's another one. Kurt Angle, like unless you're Brock or Kurt Angle or Lashley or one of those guys like that, like a legit MMA fighter, you're not going to do particularly great. Jake Hager he did pretty decently in Bellator. So, but getting back to this match, I think it's going to be a good match. It's going to be it's going to be a good smash mouth match. I do think Tetsuya Naito is going to win. Wait, no, you're right. He was he was a pro wrestler for a few years, and then he went into shoot fighting, if I'm not mistaken. I'm thinking his WWE run. But yeah, so I got Naito winning this one. What do you guys think?
Same. Naito needs to take that title back.
Yes, that's it. They need their belt back, or they lost all their talent.
Yeah. Well,
They
and
gotta
also
take
I think Moxley's been off. Ken went into Pancrase. That's it. But I think Moxley, they need him back on AEW television, and that's kind of what they do with him. They let him go run around and do his things with the indie companies that he wants to work with, and New Japan, and then he comes back. And I think right about now is the time for him to come back, especially with things heating up with the Blackpool Combat Club. First is this is one of only 2 women's matches so far. AEW Women's World Championship, Timeless Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa, or as I call it, the boob match, which is pretty much, oh my god. Toni Storm's an awesome character, man. I love Toni Storm as a character. There's no way she's losing this friggin' match. And all of this is to set up her versus Mariah May.
Boogie loves Toni Storm.
Oh yeah, dude, she's an attractive woman, man. All 3 of the women in this are attractive, but this match, this one feels like a throwback to like the old like the Divas era of WWE. Whereas let's be honest, man. This match is just this is a TNA match, okay? And I ain't crapping on it. I like hot women as much as the next red-blooded American guy. Yeah, that's what I would say. Is like I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked, especially with the people involved in it. I disagree. Leg kick. I think Mariah May is going to turn on Toni Storm. I think they're going to turn Toni Storm face, which they should, because everybody's cheering for her anyway. So why not? She's playing a goofy character. She's probably the best character in AEW right now, and I think 100% they're gonna turn her face. But I have Toni Storm winning this, and then Mariah May is going to turn on her, and it'll be her versus Toni Storm versus Mariah May at All In. Where's Megan Bain? As I said, man, ain't nothing wrong. Hey, cornbread, man, ain't nothing wrong with that. But this is a match that I don't really have a whole lot of strong feelings for or anything like that. I think Tony's going to win. As far as women's matches go, it'll probably be all right. I mean, does anybody have Tony losing this match?
Yes, I think Mina's bigger boobs are gonna give her the edge, and like that extra weight she needs to pin Tony at the end of the match, and she's gonna win this one.
Hey,
you don't think it's gonna come down to what is it, Tony? What's that move that Tony, like the ass shot in the friggin' corner?
The switch
where she basically
music.
decapitates people.
yeah.
I swear to God.
Heads up, tits out, and look out for the shoe.
Oh my God. It's
Tony
a great
Storm.
character, man, but I just can't get into it. I can't get into the matches.
Tony for the win.
Mariah wants to beat Tony. Yeah, I think Tony's winning that one. AEW TBS Championship and the New Japan Strong Women's Championship, Mercedes Moné versus Stephanie Vacour. This is going to be a good match. I'm actually interested in the match. Stephanie Vacour is actually really good. Mercedes Moné, she ain't great on the mic, but she's good in the ring. And this will probably be a decent match. This will be a strong match. But that they literally made the New Japan Strong belt for Mercedes, so there's no way she's losing this.
No. She's
Big Grace
not.
says, yeah, a lot of AEW fans act like they never touched the pair. Man, I don't.
That's true. That's really true.
That's this whole current generation, man. So, but I'm actually looking forward to this match. Like I said, Stephanie Vacour is she's actually really good. Mercedes, like I said, where she shines is when she's in the ring, and this will be a good solid match. And I fully expect Mercedes to walk away with both belts.
Yeah, Mercedes is not losing a title for a while.
No.
She might not lose a title or her AEW title till next year.
Oh, well, to be honest, like, is there really anybody else to put the belt on right now?
Not really. I think they're waiting for Britt and
yeah,
what's her name to come back.
They're waiting for Britt and Jamie Hayter to come back.
Yeah.
So, I don't think they're gonna hot potato that belt for a while. All right, so I have some thoughts on this match. AEW TNT Championship, Konosuke Takeshita versus Mark Briscoe versus Jack Perry versus Dante Martin versus Leo Rush versus TBD. First off, the TBD.
Yes.
Dude, why is Malachi Black not in this match?
He could be the TBD.
He should be, and he should be the one that wins it. If they're not gonna put that belt on Konosuke Takeshita, then it should be Malachi Black. The dude's been patient. He's popular as hell. He'll do a lot for that belt.
Yeah, man.
And I swear to God,
I just like to see your face when Jack Perry walks out with.
Dude, I swear to God, if Jack Perry walks out with that freaking belt, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, if it's not Malachi Black as a TBD, Jack Perry is walking away as champion. Right, Johnny?
Yes, it is. Not that I like it, but it is. It is.
Because here's the thing: I can't think of anybody else that could be the unannounced person, other than Malachi. You know, unless it's going to be somebody from New Japan. You know, like a Gabriel Kidd or something like that.
It's going to be Murder Grandpa.
I wouldn't be mad at Murder, dude. I wouldn't be mad at Murder Grandpa being the TNT champion, man. Seriously, I would, man. Friggin', dude, yeah, put the freaking belt on him. Swear to God, put it on him.
No,
Cage or Ospreay. I don't. Well, no, Ospreay's in the main event.
Yeah,
Ospreay can't be. Could it be Christian Cage? Yes, but I think that would kind of be redundant to put the belt back on him again, because he doesn't really need it, you know. Like with a title like this, like with a mid-card title like this, we want them to put it on somebody that can either elevate it or that the title will elevate them.
It could be Christian's little sidekick.
What? Oh, Nick Wayne?
Yeah.
Nah, dude, Nick Wayne's too young.
Marco Stunt.
Oh, Marco.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God. Dude.
If they bring someone else to lose, they might put Wardlow in this.
Here's the thing, though. The TNT Championship's not going to do anything for Wardlow. He's already held it.
I'm not saying he's going to win. I'm saying he might be in the match.
I could see that. I could see Brian Cage. Brian Cage would be somebody else that you could put that belt on, and that would help. And it would help elevate him.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. I know. That's the thing that sucks. Because Tony doesn't. I don't know what Tony has against big men. Like, Joe is the only big man that really didn't get booked like shit. And the whole reason for that is because he's freaking Joe, you know?
Claudio?
Claudio Castagnoli? I don't really see the TNT Championship doing much for him, though. Mark Briscoe doesn't need it because he's the
Ring of Honor World Champion.
ROH World Champion. Honestly, he shouldn't be in this match. Don't get me wrong, I love the dude. But he shouldn't be. He should be doing something with the world title. The two people that I want to see hold that belt, and it's because I think that they deserve it, and they both could elevate it, and it could elevate them is Takeshita or Malachi Black. I unfortunately, because of what's going on in AEW right now, it's going to be Jack Perry, and it's going to suck balls.
Returning Miro.
Dude, if Miro is the TBD, I will legit lose my shit. I'm serious. I honestly, I think he's just. Right now, I would like that to happen. I would love for that to happen. I think he's writing his contract out, and I think he's going back to WWE.
Could be someone else that's been in the news lately.
Ricochet?
Ricky Starks. Where's Ricky Starks, man?
From what I understand, Ricky Starks is on his way out. I think he's going to be the next. I think Ricky Starks is going to be the next guy to show up at NXT.
You know what? Good for him.
Yep. Brian Cage versus Ospreay, the match. Freaking Brian Cage. For a big man, Brian Cage is amazing. He's awesome, dude. That's why I said that. Like, we talk about people that Tony Khan has dropped the ball on. He seriously dropped the ball on Brian Cage. Hardcore. Brian Cage, Wardlow, Hobbs. Hobbs hasn't been doing anything lately either. Tony Khan doesn't know how to book big men. He just doesn't. And I think part of that's because he likes the smaller guys. He likes guys like Kenny Omega. So
I know.
Just when he was getting Big Bill right.
I know who TBD is going to be. It's going to be Captain Insano.
Oh, brother. I think you.
Anyway, Johnny.
I guess it's just us now.
Be careful, Bob. You drop me, that snake might chew through his power line down there in Brazil, and Johnny's gone.
Yeah. I think I'd rather do it by myself after that. But no, unfortunately, I think the way things are going, I think Jack Perry's going to win this. I think the Elite's going to come out and they're going to basically ensure that he wins.
So all of them
Which
can
friggin'
have
sucks, but what are you going to do?
So all of them can have a belt that nobody cares for.
And here's the thing, like the TNT Championship should matter because it's their second. I think now
every belt should matter, but they don't.
Yeah, I think as of right now, I think Ospreay's international title is now I think we can just officially call that their number 2 belt. Because the way that they've done the TNT Championship in the last couple of, it's just not working. So, Shane McMahon. Oh my God, dude! I'm gonna tell you what, man. I would actually like to see Shane McMahon show up in AEW. It ain't gonna happen.
Oh my God!
But if they want to right the ship, man, throwing a McMahon name on there would probably do a lot of good for him. But that'd be hilarious. But unfortunately, I think Jack Perry's gonna win this. What do you guys think?
I'm going with Jack Perry, pending whoever TBD is going to be. Again, if it's a Malachi Black, I put Malachi as a winner. But if it's some jobber, then it's going to be Jack Perry.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm not even confident that if it is like Malachi Black or Miro, that they're not going to put that belt on Jack. I think Jack's a lock for this. I don't want it to be. Like I said, I think Takeshita, that I think he would do good for that belt, and I think that belt would do a lot of good for him. I think like if Malachi Black is in this, like he deserves it way more than Jack Perry does. But unfortunately, I think Jack Perry's the one who's going to take it, and it's going to suck balls.
Yep.
So, and then the main event, AEW World Heavyweight Championship. This is going to be a friggin' banger, dude. Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay. Ospreay, when he won the gauntlet match, I was actually kind of shocked. A little bit, because I had a feeling that this was going to happen. I love of all the stuff that AEW is doing right now, this is probably the best thing that they're doing. The promos, the face-offs and the promos that we've got from Swerve and Ospreay has been great. It's been great. And these guys, they got history with each other. They know each other. They work well with each other. And I love the fact that they're not, and there's not a lot of people that this works with. I love the fact that Swerve's a tweener. I love it because he's with his persona and the way he works, it works well with him. You know what I mean? Like when they had that point when he was talking about, like making it personal and talking about his family, everybody remembers back when he was a heel, that situation with him and Hangman when he went after Hangman's family. This is where I think Swerve works best. And the match is going to be friggin' fire. It's going to be acrobatics to the nth degree. It's going to be a fun match. It's going to be a great match. Here's where I differ with everybody else that's talking. I don't think Ospreay should win.
Me neither.
I think, why are you going to put your secondary title on him? Literally, he's been in the company for less than 6 months. They just put the IN title on Ospreay, 3 months ago? Why are you going to put the world title on him now too? I think what you need to do with this is somebody needs to come in and cost him this match. And that person, in my mind, in the way I'm thinking, it needs to be one of two people. It needs to be Jay White or Okada. It needs to be one of those two.
Well,
because they've got history with each other. And then the match at All In is Ospreay versus whoever costs him the match. That, I think, is what you need to do. There's no reason to take that belt off of Swerve right now. Swerve's on fire. He's super popular. There's no reason to take that belt off of him.
Will Ospreay said he doesn't need Don Callis.
Right.
So maybe Don Callis or somebody from the family comes out, and Kyle Fletcher, maybe he costs him.
I wouldn't be mad if it was Kyle Fletcher, because I like Kyle. I don't think it has the impact that a Jay White or an Okada would have, because everybody knows the history between Ospreay and Jay White, Ospreay and Okada. Everybody knows the history between those guys. They've got a lot of history. And Jay White is somebody that I feel needs to be elevated. He's in the place where he doesn't deserve to be. He deserves to be in the world title scene. He's that good. He's one of the best. Like when they're not making him do goofy shit, he's one of the best heels in the business. Okada is just kind of treading water right now. They need to pull the trigger with him, do something with him. There's a lot of history between Okada and Ospreay. And a match between Okada and Ospreay and Okada at All In would be huge. Same thing with Jay White. Ospreay versus anybody at Wembley is going to be massive. Yeah. But if you put him in there with somebody that he's got that kind of history with, it's going to be huge. It's going to be massive. And that you don't need to take the belt off of Swerve right now.
Yeah. The Queen says maybe Don Callis himself turns on him when he refuses to use a specific method to win.
Yeah. And but the thing is and here's the thing. Callis has done this before. Callis will reach outside to somebody to come in and take someone out for him. He's done this before. I really like the two people that I feel like it needs to be is it needs to be either Okada or Jay White. You guys are probably right. It probably will be Kyle Fletcher or maybe Jeff Cobb. Somebody from the United Empire that Ospreay started in New Japan and comes in. And I won't be mad at that, but I think it's a missed opportunity if they do.
Doesn't Jeff Cobb have a match on the card?
Jeff Cobb, no.
It's showing versus somebody for the New Japan TV title.
Oh wait, they may have. Was that something they just announced? Let me see here. Jeff Cobb, Forbidden Door. No, he does not have a match at Forbidden Door. I think they announced a match with him.
See, the
Jeff Cobb confirms he still isn't booked for AEW versus New Japan.
So, the Sporting News is advertising he's got the World TV title for New Japan match.
Unless that's going to be, dude, if they announce that and they put that on the friggin' 0 hour, that's going to piss everyone and their mother off.
Speaking of the end of the match, Don Callis or somebody, comes out and then costs him the match, and then Will Ospreay's new manager can come out and help him.
Who's Ospreay's new manager?
Dollar bill. Here comes the money.
Oh my God. What are they going to do? They're going to make a faction with him and
here comes the money.
Cobb versus Brian Cage. Oh shit. Okay,
Shane O'Mac comes out
confirmed then. So, God damn it.
Shane O'Mac comes out. Will Ospreay's new manager.
Dude, if they made a faction with him with Shane, and it was Ospreay and Mercedes Moné and Shota Umino or something like that, I wouldn't be mad at that. It's not going to happen though. But
just imagine that music playing. Crowd
oh
would
my
go
God, dude!
nuts.
Dude! Not only would people lose their shit, everybody in WWE would immediately start frothing at the mouth. Cobb versus Cesaro, Shane O'Con. Dude, if they hit that music and Tony Khan came out with a baseball jersey and started shuffling like that, dude, they would start throwing chairs at him. They would run him out of the building. But I unfortunately I don't think Ospreay needs to win this. I do feel like I'm picking Swerve because it's the only thing that makes sense to me. But I have a weird feeling that they might actually pull the trigger and to make him Ospreay 2 belts.
Mm.
What do you guys think?
I don't think it's 2 belts for.
It just doesn't make sense, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No.
Not yet.
But then again, it's
not
Tony
yet.
Khan.
Not yet for to put the world title on him.
Yeah, I would at
it's
the
gonna
very
be
least.
It's gonna be somebody's coming out, cost him a match.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, Big Daddy, I 100% agree, man. This is the kind of, like I said, man. We all the people that watch us, they always like to chime in and everything, and that's what we want. We want you guys to interact with us because, like I said, we do this show for you guys. But
yeah,
Tribal this kind of interaction is awesome.
Yeah.
Keep it coming, yeah.
Yeah, keep it coming. Join us again, man.
Yeah,
we love it.
But yeah, and I agree.
Johnny?
It doesn't seem like the right time to put the belt on Ospreay.
Unless they're gonna unify those things and start getting rid of some of those belts.
If you're gonna unify anything, unify the TBS title and the friggin' world title, man. The international title is the only mid card belt that makes sense. You know, because it's the closest thing to an IC belt or a US title belt.
Yeah.
You know, having a belt. I've said it. I said it from day one. Having a belt named after the channel that the show's on is stupid. If you're gonna do that, just call it the TV title. You know, that's just Tony. You know, glad handing the friggin' glad handing Warner Brothers Discovery trying to get a better contract.
Right now, he may need that.
Yeah, it's coming up soon.
Yeah. But yeah, I've got Swerve winning this. I have a sinking feeling that Ospreay might, but it just doesn't make sense to me. What do you think?
Swerve.
Yeah. He's so over right now, man. Taking the belt off him right now would be stupid. It just doesn't. And here's the thing: I know Ospreay's the guy. I know he's the guy they're building towards the future, and they should, because he's that freaking good. But man, Tony's made some nonsensical calls in the last year or so. So I got no trust in that situation. But yeah, Queen, Roma, and Mancini headed to Canada this weekend for GNW. Nice. Yeah, guys, go check out Here's Roma. That's an awesome podcast too, man. It's a lot of fun. But okay, is there anything else? You see, Mancini's retirement match again. But I don't think there's anything else to touch on, man. I mean, we're already past the hour mark pretty far. So
yeah, next week get to talk about Money in the Bank.
Yep. And I think here's the thing. I think overall, Forbidden Doors it's always fun. It's always a fun show to watch. I think a lot of the direction where AEW is going to go, and actually New Japan is going to go, is going to come out of this show. So hopefully they make the right decisions, and we'll see. There's a couple bangers on there, so it'll be good.
It will be.
Yes, and that's the thing, man. The face should always chase the heel. That's the way I've always said it. That's the way it's always been done. That's the way I believe it. But anyway, guys, appreciate everyone's here, man. We had almost 30 people watching us, which is awesome. Big Daddy, it's always a pleasure. Leg Kick, Maldecito, OTS Tribal Queen. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for adding a lot of spice to the chat. That's a lot of fun. Miss Saren and everybody else that was lurking, guys. Appreciate you guys, and we will see you guys next week. Have a good one, guys. Bye.